How you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, sampler platter. Series B's I do for a little while. I go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff, then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff that time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. I'm all super shiny and clean right now. Look, it's all... My hair's not even fully dry yet. But anyway, folks, it's super simple format. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to try out food and or drink items for you. Whilst I'm doing so, I'm yammering on about it for a bit. Whilst I'm doing all that, I'm in my back room today, which means we get the Peter Can Thunderbolt poster. Yay! It's also the thing of scope over there that I... Boy, oh boy, is that just like a perfect image for my life of just my level of procrastination. But anyway, I'm also doing something else, folks. What am I doing? Well, folks, I happen to be wearing a super cool shirt. And folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I always like to highlight the super cool shirt. What super cool shirt am I wearing for you today, folks? Well, it happens to be my Tim Scold shirt. Yay! I love this shirt. It's such a cool image. If you're unfamiliar with Mr. Tim Scold, he is a musician, often working in sort of like industrial electronica kind of arenas, but the guy's like a multi-instrumentalist. Like he's basically a musical genius as far as I'm concerned. He's worked with so many people. Like he's not a household name, but so many of the people that he's worked with throughout the course of his career absolutely are and have benefited from, you know, his creativity and what he brings to music. I was really fortunate last year in 2023, he decided to go on tour, and I managed to catch him, and it was super cool. Not only did I get an awesome shirt out of it, I actually got some videos as well. So maybe if you want to check those out, they're on the channel. So I'm just saying, if nothing else, I'll be happy to point you in the direction as far as like his music is concerned. I think he's really good. But anyway, what am I trying for you today, folks? What are we doing here? Why am I all squeaky clean? Well, I'm all squeaky clean because I got off of work and I was just too grungy. You know, usually a lot of times I'll just pass out like as soon as I get home because I'm just too tired. But today it was like, no, even tiredness cannot outweigh the grunge. So I got all cleaned up, and after everything was said and done, I was awake at that point. I'm like, well, I'm hungry. So what am I reviewing for you today, folks? What is going to hopefully stave off the hunger? Boom! It's this stuff. It is cooked white rice with soybean paste Bibimbap. That's what I'm going with. It kind of reminds me of the Bibimbap song, but we're just going to go with it. Apparently, it's Korea's #1 rice bowl brand, and it's from something called CJ Foods. Yeah, so this is like a little instant rice bowl thing. And if you watch the channel, you know, like one of my specialty areas is definitely like an instant food and stuff like that. But this one kind of boggled my mind a little bit because like I was reading the instructions, which they do have English instructions, but they're a little bit shaky. And I basically was like, oh, okay, it comes in these 2 containers and just put them in the bowl and put them in the microwave. And then at the end of the instructions, it's like, and then mix it all together. And I was like, no, I missed something somewhere and I'm not sure I understand how. Thankfully, there's a little diagram on it and it's like, no. You go over there, you take the 2 packets out, the rice and then the mix, you put them in the microwave together for a couple minutes, then you put it all in together. Does it make any difference? Probably not, but I don't care. So, it smells tasty and stuff. Let's get a thing for the thing. I mean, say what you want. Like this. Let's give it a go. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. And like the rice comes pre-cooked and everything. Like all you're doing is heating it up. So, and obviously the same thing with the mix. It's like, yeah, it's not bad at all. I am not familiar with the Bibimbap. I know it's a thing though, but I just never personally experienced it, despite the fact that I really enjoy Korean food whenever I have it. That'll be something to review in the future. Yeah, no, I actually like this quite a bit. It is, and the thing is, it's not even that much more involved than a lot of the other ones that I've reviewed. Like, sort of, usually it's instant noodles and stuff, but And I am, by the way, going to put this in my ramen reviews playlist, which is a playlist for usually instant ramen stuff. But I'm going to count this. It's just kind of instant lunch stuff. Um, but yeah, once I figured out what I was doing, it was like, okay, this is actually really easy. Like, just pop it in the microwave. Just make sure you microwave the stuff separately for some reason. I don't know. Maybe it helps with the consistency. But the flavor is nice. There's almost a little bit of a hint of kind of a, I'm going to say kind of like a kimchi flavor. It's got like almost like a little bit of a sort of salty and sour kind of aspect. It's not heavy or anything, but like it kind of plays with your palate a little bit. I like it. The tofu is nice for what it is. I mean, tofu is kind of an acquired thing, but the thing to remember with tofu is that if you've never had it, by the way, like it by itself doesn't have much flavor, if any. It really is just a sponge for flavor. So whatever you flavor it with, that's what it's going to take on. So it's more of a textural thing. And never had it, like it's very squishy and just kind of almost ethereal, if we're being honest. But it does add a little something extra. Again, mostly just from a flavor perspective. Because you go over there and you bite into it, and when you get some of that tofu, you get a nice, like, real hit of the flavor of the sauce and everything. It itself really doesn't change the flavor of anything. But yeah, the rice is nice. It's obviously not going to be, like, super proper, like, freshly cooked rice, but it's getting the job done. And yeah, I think just the overall flavor of it, I think it's nice. It's, I like the soybean paste, which kind of, thinking back on it when I was talking about the kimchi aspect, that soybean taste, maybe that's kind of the thing, because like kimchi is kind of a fermented thing. Maybe that's kind of where what I'm getting is maybe the soybean thing is like a little bit fermented or something. But it's nice. It's got a little bit of depth, a little bit of complexity to it. It's not just a one-note thing. Got a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of saltiness. Or not sweetness, I didn't mean to say sweetness. Got a little bit of savoriness, a little bit of saltiness. Tiny bit of heat, just a tiny bit. I wouldn't consider it like a spicy dish, but it does kind of linger a little bit at the back of your throat. It's nice. I mean, it's hearty. It's, definitely going to do a good job of filling me up. But, two questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? I mean, I think I have to go with yes and yes, But the only thing that might be a little bit restrictive, and I wish that I got a little hamster. I got to give her a treat because she's adorable and I love her. How you doing, Aisha? Yeah, who's a good hamster? I'd show her to you, but she's not like a super sociable hamster. Hi, who's my little girl? Who wants a treat? Oh, she's got a treat. She's very happy. But yeah, no. She's going underground. She's got her treat. But no, I think for me personally, like, the thing is, I like instant stuff because I don't cook a lot, like, I love food, but the actual prep work and doing it and stuff, and then ultimately I have to rely on myself, and that's just never a good plan. I tend to prefer to leave it in the hands of professionals. But if I am going to make stuff at home, I typically like it to be easy, I work not a super hard job or anything, but, it starts, wears me out as the day goes by. I just want quick and simple, and I think for me, having something like this where not only is it's nice, it's flavorful, it's also a departure from the more standard ramen stuff that I'm used to, because it's not ramen, of course, but it gives me that extra option, and it's also very hearty, like it's a rice dish, which I really love rice. Like, I like it. It's a good little rice bowl. I'm down with it. If I'm recommending it, when it comes to these instant things, it's always the thing of, like, who am I recommending it to? If I'm recommending it to somebody like me, who, again, maybe you just can't be fucked, let's be honest. Maybe you're just not going to go over there and do the proper work to cook the good meals and stuff, and sometimes you just, then yes. Because, again, I think it's a nice option to have, something a little bit different, and honestly, I think the execution of it is genuinely well above par. Like, if it were a ramen dish, if I were just putting it, against other ramen dishes, it would definitely be up there for me. So, If, however, you're a more suitable adult, like maybe you're actually like semi-competent, uh, and you actually prepare your meals properly. I do still think that there is like an actual kind of thing for this because this could be something that would be good to just have in your pantry as just an option for those days when maybe you just can't be fucked, or maybe you got some kids that are a little bit older, like think like kind of like 10 and up sort of thing. This would be something good to just kind of have around, like again, just a simple meal option. So, yeah, I think all around it gets a pretty good endorsement from me. But anyway, 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year, folks. Go have yourselves a truly soybean paste-tastic rest of your life. I guess so, man. I don't know if I've ever had soybean paste before, but I'm almost certain I have now that I think about it, given what I do. But final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity into the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But what you do if you can't do all the time, I know I can't do all the time. Here's what you're going to do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole. Trust me. I know it. I live it. I'm out there every day with you in it. Life can be stressful and frustrating and just bullshit sometimes, folks. And when we find ourselves in situations where we have to deal with said bullshit, it's important we go over there whenever possible. Take a step back. Try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives. Hopefully, do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, here's what I'd like you to go over there and do in this particular instance. Give me some feedback. As far as like the ramen reviews, the instant, kind of food reviews concerned, are they reviews that, you're interested in, something that, you want to engage with? Do you think there's too many? Do you think there's too few? I'm really interested because by and large, they don't get a ton of views. Not that that really stops me from uploading stuff, and ultimately, regardless, I'm still going to upload them. But I am just kind of interested in sort of, what, if anything, any of you fine folks have, in terms of opinions on the things. But anyway,